Hello everybody, Ruben Maurer here, coach of the Cleveland Bros, bringing you today's Week 10 PPL D2 battle against Evelyn and the Herdier Bremen. So going into this week, we were a long shot to make it to third place. The race for third place is coming to an end, and we needed both Paul and Better Jack to lose. If either one of them won, then we had no chance of advancing because of the record and the differential. So I made two separate teams. One team I put in was a full serious team in the event that both of them lost, but Paul ended up pulling out a win, which mathematically eliminated us from a chance to get to third place. So I spent time making a second team, which was less serious, more fun sets that, just to go out there and enjoy playing the game. As you can see, she brought Scizor, Venomoth, Alakazam, Thunderous Incarnate, Darmanitan, and the Secret Weapon. Originally, I wanted to bring a substitute Nasty Plot, Hidden Power Fire, Ice Beam, Weavile, but the Darmanitan and the Feraligatr kind of stopped that set. So instead, I have a Focus Sash lead Weavile with Beat Up, Counter, Ice Shard, and Ice Punch. That was my dedicated lead from the beginning, because if she led with Darmanitan, I could go for Counter. Alakazam, I could Beat Up. It was just my best option to lead with. I also have a Choice Scarf, Excadrill, even though I was fearing a Air Balloon, the trio. That scared me the most. I also have a Weakness Policy, Thunderous, a Choice Specs for just a Mega Latios set that I had to redo 3 times, and a Assault Vest Snorlax. So I saw a couple things that scared me, and I had to stick with my guns, and I led with Weavile. She led with her Thunderous, AJ Styles, and I had the thought of switching into my Thunderous, but instead I decided to go for the Ice Punch. I wanted the Styles vs. Styles matchup, but I didn't get it. I go for the Ice Punch. She switched into the Scizor. Now here I'm expecting the U-turn or the Bullet Punch, but she was from Natural Gift Psychic, which caught me totally off guard. And I go for counter. It didn't work. She had that for my Emboar, which was phenomenal. And here I know I have the Focus Sash, so I just go for the Beat Up, seeing what she wanted to go for, and it didn't quite take it out, as she goes for Tailwind. Now that's scared me because freaking the bunny, and I go for another Beat Up because, again, counter or Beat Up would do about the same. So here she goes out into her Darmanitan, and I wanted to go for the counter, but I expected a fun set. She goes for U-turn, and I just went for Beat Up. I didn't want to over-predict and let her get a sub or something, so I just go for the Beat Up, and she brings in the Alakazam, which luckily goes down to the Beat Up. She had a Citrus Berry substitute set on the Alakazam, so the Beat Up on the Weavile was a good prep on my part. But now she can go into Vanellope, and I saw that I didn't really have a good switch into this. The Tailwind's up, so I couldn't go for the Ice Shard. So I go into my Snorlax, as luckily she just goes for the Quick Attack. Had she gone for a return, I don't think I could have lived too. Luckily the Tailwind goes out, and she goes for Earthquake. That does 23%. So actually I could have lived, but it didn't look promising. Snorlax was the only thing that could take a hit. I go for return, knock her down to the Sash. She goes for Endeavor, which takes my Snorlax all the way down to 1%. As I show off the facade, I had it there for like a sub Will-O-Wisp Darm or something, or for T-Wave. Now she goes into her Venomoth, and this is scary because had that Sleep Powder not missed, I would have been swept. So I just went for the Self-Destruct here. Luckily she missed, and Snorlax picks up the kill with the Self-Destruct. That was game-changing. The Venomoth set up on me. I was done. Could not have lived it. Now she goes back into her AJ Styles as I go into my Excadrill. Again, I wanted to go into my Thunderous, but I go for the Rock Slide, and wouldn't you know, she also has the Weakness Policy, which was super scary had I not flinched her. Luckily, I got the flinch, and Excadrill gets the kill. She had Roleplay on her Thunderous, which is interesting because had it been a one-on-one matchup between my Thunderous and her Thunderous, she uses Roleplay, picks up the Volt Absorb, and it's scary, especially if I would go for the HP Ice, and again, I could have been swept by the Thunderous had I not had a Scarf on my Excadrill and had Weavile on that there. So she goes into her Darmanitan, the only thing left, and I realize hey, I'll just let my Excadrill go down and go into my Latios, which definitely can take this thing on. Easy, no problem. So I go out into my Latios, but as I said, I have to stop right here and tell you that I did not have an attacking move on my Latios other than Hidden Power Fire. So I had the option here. I could sit here and roost up and let the Darmanitan kill itself or bring it down to a point where Ice Shard could kill. But I originally had an offensive Latios with Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, whatever. But then I decided to switch to like a fun set with like Calm Mind, Mud Slap, and I'm like, no Mud Slap, just put Dragon Pulse. But I put Dragon Dance back on. So I had Hidden Power Fire, Dragon Dance, Calm Mind, and Roost. So I threw away a 4-0 victory, and now I have to deal with this Darmanitan that just two-shot a Mega Latios, which had 116 defense EVs. So after 2 Flare Blitzes, Latios goes down, and now it's time to decide what's going to go in there and die. Ice Shard can't kill from this range. Do I go into my AJ Styles? No. I go into my Florges. The Florges had a chance to live if this was Jolly, but it does not live. And luckily, the recoil damage takes up the Darmanitan, and we pick up the 2-0 victory in a close, fun. Had the Sleep Powder not missed, that would have been a different story. Had the bunny was scary. So, like I said, we pick up the 2-0 victory, and we improve to 6 wins and 4 losses. We have a winning record this year, and that is something that I am proud of, something I'm happy of, and hopefully we can pull out a win in our last game against Better Jack and the Melbourne Victory Stars. So I will see you for that match and the last week of the PPL D2 Season 2.